Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the fully enlightened Buddha, the worthy one, the supremely enlightened Buddha. Dear friends in the Dhamma, today I would like to share some words of wisdom from the Buddha. That time Buddha was living in the Jetavana monastery, and a certain monk called Molya Pagguna, he was given a duty to teach Buddhist nuns, bhikkhunis. And as he was progressing as a teacher, there was some kind of very good companionship between these bhikkhunis and the Molya Pagguna. And because of this companionship, if Molya Pagguna heard the blaming or dispraise of the nuns in his presence, he was very upset. He became very angry. And he complained to the other monks and blamed to the other monks. And also similarly, if the nuns hear that something bad about Venerable Molya Pagguna, and they dispraise the Molya Pagguna and criticize the Molya Pagguna, then the nuns also get angry and they also complain, they also become kind of rebuke this kind of criticism. Then the one bhikkhu went to the Buddha and complained to the Buddha that Venerable Molya Pagguna is spending so much time with nuns, bhikkhunis, and due to this, he will get angry if they dispraise these bhikkhunis, and similarly, the nuns also dispraise their qualities in the Molya Pagguna's presence. They will be upset and angry. And so then the Buddha said to this monk, go and invite Venerable Molya Pagguna to come to see his master Buddha. And having come to the Buddha, Buddha asked, Venerable Molya Pagguna, have you become a monk? Having faith in Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha, having faith in the teachings, having faith in the Buddha, having faith in the discipline and the conduct. Yes, Venerable Buddha, Lord Buddha, I have become a monk with faith in your teaching. And is that true that you are spending too much time with these nuns? And if you heard that they are being criticized, you are really upset, you get angry, you get annoyed. Is that true? Yes, Venerable Sir, it is true. Then Buddha said, you should not get angry because of other people criticizing them. It is not good to get angry because of others' criticism. You must restrain, you must train your mind. I will not be affected by these words, and I will not utter evil words because of this criticism. If anyone gives me blows with hand, stone, sticks, knife, my mind will not be affected. I will tolerate them. I will bear them with patience. You must abandon the angry thoughts, evil words, and maintain your patience, forbearance with a great strength, with a great determination. So, Buddha told that when he became enlightened, in his first 20 years, he didn't have to bother about the discipline of the venerable monks so much, because the only 3 verses Buddha reminded them, and these 3 verses enough to tame all the venerables, and Buddha had a very pleasant, peaceful and good time, because there were no any conflicts, no any other kind of quarrels or any unpeaceful situation. So the community of Mahasangha was leading very happy, very nice life with the Buddha and with the other monks. So if one person born to have a peaceful mind, Buddha gave a very nice example. In India, there are beautiful flower trees called sala trees. When the sala trees blossom, the whole area becomes very beautiful. The whole tree has beautiful, colorful flowers. So if someone wants to maintain very good sala grove, sala garden, he has to look after all the trees very well. Similarly, if there's any parasite trees or some unhealthy trees, unhealthy branches, you have to cut them off, remove them from the tree, and nourish all the good sala trees. Similarly, as you removing the parasite trees or parasite branches that is on the good trees, you must also remove Moliyapaguna, you must also remove unwholesome thoughts, unwholesome words, so that these sala trees will become more fruitful, more beautiful, and there's no hindrances for the growth of this sala tree. So, in our day-to-day life, it is possible for us to get angry, get upset, we can get criticism. It is 8 worldly conditions are readily happening all of our lives. Nobody can escape these worldly conditions. Even Buddha himself has to face these 8 worldly conditions. So sometimes we like to hear only pleasant, nice, beautiful, good words, but in practical life it is impossible for us to listen good, nice, pleasant words all the time. So when these words come into one's mind, we must be able to control and develop right speech. Samma vacha in Buddhism is one of the part of the 8 Noble Path. In this Samma vacha, right speech, there are many qualities we need to look at before we speak. Buddha says, nowadays we are using water filters. Some filters have many layers of filtering layers, some with the sand, some with some herbs, some with a kind of strainers, so that you can get very pure, very pleasant and very safe drinking water. Similarly, when we talk, because words are like swords, double-edged sharpened sword, it can cut both sides. Therefore, we need to use right, correct, useful words in order to win the other's heart, in order to have a peaceful communication with each other. So, the filters Buddha explained for us to look. Before you talk, you must talk and see whether the idea you are going to put from your mouth, is it true or is it not true? Sometimes people just listen to other people and hear their stories, and sometimes they even increase their story and just say to the society. And when these rumors, these untruthful stories are spreaded, that can cause breakdown of family lives, breakdown of good relationships, and it can harm the social well-being of the society. Therefore, when we speak, you must look whether it is true or it is not true. And also, when we speak, we need to speak on the right time. If you speak in the right thing in a wrong time, it can cause many things. And also, when you talk right time, also you need to take the action on a right time. For example, recently we had a lot of explosions in our country and many people died. Some people did not inform the officials, the people who are responsible, hasn't tell these things to the people and to the public, to the security officers in timely. Because they didn't say it timely, there were great loss to the economy, great loss to the people. Many lives were destroyed, innocent lives were destroyed. For example, if you are a wife, if you are a husband, when your husband is coming from work, maybe hard day's work and a lot of traffic and coming with a lot of burden in his mind about tomorrow's workload, and as soon as he enters your home, if you began to scold for his not buying the things, frock or the clothes the wife wants or some other things the household need, if the wife began to scolding and blaming and making uncomfortable for the husband, that is not the right time to discuss the problem. Perhaps maybe when he's come home, have a cup of tea and just relax a bit, then slowly you can talk graciously and nicely, and that will be timely, not untimely. And also, even truth, you cannot say in a wrong time. For example, if you see some people, one person passing your home with the fear and running very quickly, maybe soon after 1 or 3 minutes, another person come with a gun or a knife and will ask from you, have you seen such and such a person wearing this kind of t-shirt or sarong or trouser? Have you seen that he is passing by, going from here to any direction, anywhere? You know that this person is going to harm the other person, just pass from your home. If you are reasonably understand that he is going to harm the other person, even if you know the truth, you will not say, because the damage, the amount of destruction that can happen is greater if you tell the truth. So even the truth you have to tell in the right time, to the right person. Then the when you're talking, you must consider, is this speech or talk I am talking to the other person, is it gentle or harsh? Even animals don't like to hear harsh words. In one Jataka story called Nandi Visala, there was a big bull, and it's very strong and very healthy. He told his master, "Master, you have a bait. I can draw 100 cards, and you can have a lot of money through this competition." And then the master told one of the rich trader, "My bull is very strong, it can pull 100 cards. I can put 1,000 gold coins for this." And they had the competition. But on the time of the competition, the master of the bull blamed and scolded and asked the bull to pull the 100 cards. He even never moved one step. He remained stuck. Why? Because bull was not given instruction kindly. Very roughly it was told to pull the 100 cards. It didn't move. The second time, master was told, "I will pull more cards, but you have to talk to me very nicely, very kind way." So you see that if your words are very harsh, nobody wants to listen. So it is good to talk gently. That's what Buddha told this Moli Pagguna. And also, our words must be connected with good. It doesn't make any harm, any bad things to the society. You must think before you say, is this useful to the society? Is it useful to me? Is it useful for both me and others? And also, your words must be motivated by the loving kindness. If your thoughts are not motivated with loving kindness, your words may not be very nice. Then the Buddha gave 4 examples to the Moli Pagguna, saying that our mind, we must act as the earth. On the earth, people put beautiful things, flowers, beautiful trees, fragrant flowers. Many good, nice things are also put on the earth. At the same time, you can see there are dirt, garbage, filthy things, stinky things, drainage water, human excreta, saliva, so many other bad things. But the earth is not moved by that. If a person wants to have wish, okay, I will destroy this earth, I want to make this earth unearth. With that thought, he used mammoty, he used some equipment, bulldozer or backhoe or some other equipment, and try to turn this earth and try to destroy this earth. He cannot do it. Similarly, you must be able to develop your mind so that you are not moved, as earth can bear all these dirty things, beautiful things, ugly things, nice things. Similarly, we must be able to bear any criticism leveled against us. And we don't get any anger about these things. And also, we must develop our mind like the sky. In the sky, it's so clear. No any stains. Nothing there on the sky. It's freedom, it's vast, it's nothing there. So similarly, if you can develop a mind where there's no stings, no color, if some person want to say, suppose he's a good artist, he say, I will go to the sky and paint it with the blue color, crimson color, red color, burgundy color, whatever, he cannot do it. Similarly, we must develop a mind in our life that nobody can color our mind, nobody can affect our mind, nobody can give angry thoughts to our mind. This is the mind we need to develop. And also, if someone wants to, there are very big rivers in India, for example, Ganges River. If someone wants to destroy this Ganges River, he make a blazing grass torch, the torch made from dry leaves and burn. And he brings and he wants to evaporate this river with this blazing torch. It cannot evaporate the river with this blazing torch, because the moment you put into the river, it will extinguish. It cannot be burnt or evaporate this river. So similarly, as the river is so cool, so nice, our mind, we must make our mind in front of all the criticism, in front of all the blames, make our mind cool, keep our mind cool like the river. And also, if someone want to, in India those days we didn't have plastics, and those days maybe people use, when a cat is died, their skin also used as a bag in order to carry things. The cat skin bag is, it is said, very, very smooth, super smooth. It's nicely made. And if someone want to make this super smooth bag a rough one by rubbing stone or rubbing some wood or some whatever, it cannot make it rough. Similarly, the mildness, the smoothness of our mind should not be affected by worldly criticisms or others' criticism, others' blames. We should not allow to get destroyed our mild, gentle, kind mind. Like the cat bag. Therefore, friends, we need to look after our things very well. In order to have a better mind, in order to have good life, we need to control our mind. We need to control our the way of expressing our things. So, as if some angry thieves or angry people with you come and saw you like the double-handed saw, you can be, your limbs, your hands, the legs are cut by this saw. You must develop a mind so that you are not get angry because somebody is destroying your limbs with a double-handed saw. Therefore, friends, we need to look at this mind and protect this mind and not get upset because of these things. And then another thing, we must develop a very good mind so that we cannot affected by other words. There was one story during the time of before Buddha. Buddha gave this simile to the Molya Pagguna. There was one landlady called Vedehika. She was rich, she was very nice. It was very famous during that time that she speaks very well, she has patience, she is gentle, she doesn't do any harm, and her speech is kindly motivated, very fascinating speech. And she also had one worker called Kali. Kali was very clever, very good organizer, and she kept the home so nicely. And she kept so nicely that the Vedehika, the landlady, did not have to bother anything about the household things. and she was very happy about her service, and she was very satisfied with her service. And one day, Kali wanted to check whether the landlady, is it really she is very kind-hearted, gentle, and tamed and controlled her senses, or is it a pretend? There are people in the society, their character is totally different, but when they come to the society, they show a very good pace, a very good persona. They try to show their good side of the character, but they try to hide the bad side of the character. So this Kali was very smart, this maid. She thought, I will check it, whether she is really gentle, whether she is really tame, whether she is talking kind-heartedly. Then the Kali did wake up very late one day, and when she wake up very late, the landlady was upset, angry, and she asked, why are you waking up very late? Nothing, madam. There's no reason to be late. Then the landlady frowned at her and showed her displeasure and went away. On the second day, the Kali wake up very late, even more late. And the second day also, the landlady asked, why are you getting up so late? Then she said, nothing, madam, there's no reason to wake up late. Then that day she scolded and blamed and criticized her with the harsh words. Then Kali thought, I will check more. On the third day she even get more late. That day the landlady came and took the door stick. Those days in order to lock inside, the people had a stick. So she hit with this door stick, and this caused a great damage on her head, and she is bleeding. And she came out of the house and told, see, look, this landlady so famous to be gentle, kind, nice, she broke my head, I am bleeding, I am in pain. And later the fame, good name was destroyed, and she was become very famous as a very notorious landlady. So friends, the real taming of the mind must come within yourself. So you must develop the good way of talking so that other people is happy to hear words. Buddha says madhubani, like the honey, and also hadayangama, very appealing to the heart, and motivated by kindness. So dear friends, let us determine